In the chaos of the Universal Century, where prototype Gundams became legends and ace pilots wrote history in beam saber burns, there existed another kind of machine. Not a symbol, not a showpiece, a tool. Built for the soldiers who didn't need a name to get the job done. This is the RGM-96X Jesta, the Federation's quiet answer to a question most never thought to ask. What happens when you give the rank and file almost the power of a Gundam? Every mobile suit carries its ancestry in its frame. To understand the Jesta, you have to understand the bloodline it was born from. December, Universal Century 0079. The Earth Federation, desperate for numbers against Zeon's mobile suit advantage, mass-produces the RGM-79 Jegan. It wasn't elegant, it wasn't powerful, but it was enough, and there were hundreds of them. That philosophy, quantity with quality, accessibility over exclusivity, would define the RGM line for decades. The GM2, the GM3, and finally, in UC-0089, the machine that would become the Federation's workhorse through the most turbulent years of the century, the RGM-89 Jegan. The Jegan was everything a line mobile suit should be: reliable, adaptable, cost-effective. It served with distinction through Char's counterattack, through the Laplace incident, through conflicts most civilians never knew existed. But by the early 1990s, the Federation faced a new reality. The remnants of Neo Zeon weren't fielding mass production units anymore. They were fielding monsters. The Kshatriya, the Rosen Zulu. Machines that could cut through Jegan squadrons like they weren't even there. The Federation needed something more. Not a Gundam. Those were political statements as much as weapons. Something that could be built in numbers, deployed without ceremony, and still go toe-to-toe with what was coming. They needed to close the gap between the Jegan and the impossible. Universal Century 0094. Anaheim Electronics receives a contract that would push their engineering to its limits. The goal? Resurrect a legend. The RX-78-2 Gundam. The machine that turned the tide of the one-year war. Not because Amuro Ray was a new type. He didn't even know what that meant when he first climbed into the cockpit. The Gundam dominated because it was that much better than everything else on the battlefield. The Federation wanted that edge back. A machine that could make any trained pilot dangerous, that any facility could maintain, that could be produced in meaningful numbers. The benchmark? 90% of the new Gundam's combat performance, the most advanced suit of the era, achieved through mechanical excellence alone. No psychoframe, no new type systems, pure engineering. What emerged wasn't a copy of either machine. It was a synthesis. The RX-78-2's philosophy, overwhelming performance that elevated its pilot, rebuilt with 3 decades of technological advancement. The official designation? RGM-96X, the name that would echo through Federation Special Forces. Jesta, a Gundam for the rest of us. Let's talk specifications. Because the Jesta's reputation isn't built on myth, it's built on numbers. Standing at 19.3 meters, the Jesta edges slightly taller than the Jegan at 19.0 meters. Empty weight, 24.8 metric tons. Maximum combat weight with full loadout, 57.2 metric tons. The heart of the machine, a Minovsky ultra-compact fusion reactor outputting 2,710 kilowatts. That's nearly on par with the new Gundam's 2,980 kilowatts, in a frame that costs a fraction to produce. But power means nothing without delivery. Total thruster output, 89,030 kilograms. 4 main verniers mounted in the backpack. Auxiliary thrusters distributed across the frame. The result is a thrust-to-weight ratio that puts the Jesta firmly in the high-mobility classification. The armor philosophy represents a generation leap from the Jegan. Titanium alloy ceramic composite forms the base layer, standard Federation doctrine. But critical sections receive Gundarium alloy reinforcement, the same material that gives Gundams their legendary durability. Detection capabilities, sensor range of 14,200 meters. The distinctive visor assembly houses a multi-mode optical package integrated with the head unit's combat computer. No psycho frame means no new type-dependent systems, but also means no new type-dependent vulnerabilities. Look at the proportions, the broad shoulders, the substantial leg units housing additional propellant. This isn't a machine designed to look impressive. Every line serves function. Every angle reflects purpose. The Jesta doesn't announce itself. It performs. A mobile suit is only as effective as its weapons. The Jesta's loadout reflects its role as a multi-mission special operations platform. Vulcan pod system. Head-mounted 60mm Vulcan gun pod. Standard anti-personnel, missile interception, and close-range suppression. Nothing revolutionary here. This is proven technology, and the Jesta doesn't fix what isn't broken. Beam saber. 2 beam sabers stored in the rear waist armor. High-output emitters derived from new Gundam combat data. In skilled hands, these close the distance that ranged combat can't cover. Hand grenades. 6 hand grenades, magnetically secured to the hip armor. Versatile, deployable, the kind of tactical option that separates special operations from line combat. But the signature weapons, that's where the Jesta distinguishes itself. Beam rifle, custom high output. This isn't a standard issue Federation beam rifle. This is a custom high output design, engineered specifically for the Jesta's enhanced reactor capacity. The extended barrel isn't just aesthetic. It allows for superior beam coherence at range, giving Jesta pilots accuracy that line units simply cannot match. The foregrip, the adjustable stock configuration. This is a weapon built for operators who understand that a mobile suit battle can be won or lost on a single, well-placed shot. Shield system, the movable shield. Calling it a shield undersells it. Anti-beam coating on the surface, standard defensive configuration. But integrated into the structure, twin 2-tube missile launchers. 4 missiles total, ready to deploy without releasing the rifle, without changing stance. The shield mounts on the left forearm, articulated for both defensive coverage and offensive angle adjustment. This is simultaneous defense and attack capability. A design philosophy that says the best defense is making sure the enemy never gets a second shot. The base Jesta was designed for versatility, but some missions require specialization. Enter the RGM-96X Jesta cannon. The answer to the question, what if the Jesta could crack fortified positions from standoff range? The modifications are substantial. Empty weight increases from 24.8 to 39.7 metric tons. Maximum weight, 75.4 metric tons. That's nearly 20 tons of additional firepower and support systems. The centerpiece, a dedicated beam cannon mounted on an articulated backpack assembly. This isn't a rifle-scale weapon. This is fire support capability, designed to punch through battleship armor and hardened installations. Secondary armament, a quadruple multi-launcher replacing the standard shield configuration. Missiles, grenades, smoke dispensers, configurable for the mission parameters. The beam rifle receives its own upgrade, enhanced power coupling to the reactor, improved cooling systems for sustained fire operations. The Jesta cannon doesn't do surgical strikes, it does saturation. During the Laplace incident, the Jesta cannon proved its worth aboard the Ra Kylum. Pilot Watts Stepney and the reconstituted TriStars team deployed the variant in direct combat against Neo Zeon remnants. The results spoke for themselves. Where the base Jesta is a scalpel, the cannon variant is a hammer. Both have their place. Both get the job done. Not every mission is about firepower. Some require something more subtle. The RGM-96X Jesta, early warning and control. The Federation's answer to the need for deep reconnaissance and electronic warfare capability in a Jesta-class frame. The Federation's answer to the need for deep reconnaissance and electronic warfare capability in a Jesta-class frame. That distinctive head unit houses an expanded sensor array with detection range extending far beyond standard mobile suit capability. Long-range radar, electronic countermeasures, secure communications relay for coordinating task force operations. The trade-off? Reduced armament. A single beam saber for emergency defense. The Jesta isn't meant to fight. It's meant to ensure that friendly units know exactly where to fight. This variant appears in the original Gundam Unicorn light novels, serving as the reconnaissance backbone for Federation special operations. In the anime adaptation, this role was filled by the RGM-89 Jegan, but the concept remains. Even the Jesta platform could be adapted for support roles when the mission demanded it. The standard Jesta was already an elite machine. The variants we've discussed served specialized roles, but for the Federation's most demanding operations, for the units that operated in the shadows between official deployments, even the Jesta needed to evolve. The RGM-96XS, the Shezar types, Team A, the Raiders. Team A configuration optimized for assault operations, enhanced close combat capability, increased thruster output for rapid engagement. These were the door kickers, the first through the breach. Team B, the Ghosts. Team B configuration emphasized electronic warfare and stealth approach, sensor dampening equipment, jamming systems. When the mission required approach without detection, Team B handled insertion. The Shezar types represented the Jesta concept pushed to its logical extreme. Custom configurations for custom operations. No two units necessarily identical. Each modified for the specific demands of Special Forces deployment. The performance ceiling wasn't the limiting factor. Pilot capability was. The Shezar types demanded skills that most Federation pilots simply didn't possess. In the right hands, these machines could challenge mobile armors solo. In the wrong hands, they were expensive debris waiting to happen. What does the RGM-96X Jesta represent? Not the flashiest mobile suit of the universal century, not the most powerful, not the one that changed the course of battles through narrative destiny or new type awakening. The Jesta represents something rarer. It represents competence, engineering excellence in service of practical reality. 90% of new Gundam performance. That was the goal. By every meaningful metric, Anaheim Electronics achieved it. And then they made it reproducible, maintainable, deployable. The pilots who flew Jestas didn't need new type abilities. They didn't need protagonist armor. They needed training, discipline, and trust in their machine. In the universal century, legends are written by Gundams. But the work, the hard, unglamorous, essential work of keeping space safe, that was done by machines like the Jesta. The silent professional, the soldier's choice. This has been a comprehensive analysis of the RGM-96X Jesta. From its lineage in the RGM line, through its development under the UC project, to the variants that served across Federation's special operations. The technical data tells one story, the combat record tells another. Together, they paint a picture of a mobile suit that deserved more recognition than history typically grants it. For the pilots who flew it, recognition was never the point. Performance was.